Afrobeat is a powerful music genre that originated in Nigeria in the 1960s. It was a time of great change and cultural awakening in the country. It emerged from a fusion of different musical styles, creating a unique and vibrant sound that resonated with many. Highlife, with its roots in Ghana, provided a base with its melodic and rhythmic structures. Jazz, popular in America, added improvisation and complex harmonies, enriching the sound further. Traditional Yoruba music, deeply ingrained in Nigerian culture, infused the music with rich rhythms and intricate percussion. This blend of influences resulted in a genre that was both danceable and politically charged, capturing the essence of the times. Afrobeat quickly gained popularity in West Africa, becoming a voice for the people and a symbol of resistance against oppression. The music resonated deeply with the youth, who were experiencing a period of significant social and political change. Nigeria had recently gained independence, but the promises of freedom and prosperity seemed elusive to many. Corruption, poverty, and inequality were widespread, creating a fertile ground for Afrobeat's message. Afrobeat became a soundtrack for this turbulent era, expressing the frustrations and aspirations of a generation yearning for change. The music's infectious energy and thought-provoking lyrics ignited a cultural movement that extended far beyond the dance floor, influencing art, politics, and society. At the heart of the Afrobeat movement was Fela Aníkúlápó Kuti, a charismatic musician, composer, and activist. Born in 1938 into an educated and politically active family, Fela's life was intertwined with music and activism from an early age. His mother, Funmilayo Ransome Kuti, was a prominent feminist and labor activist. His father, Reverend Israel Oludotun Ransome Kuti, was a respected educator and musician. Fela's musical journey began with formal training in classical music. However, he soon gravitated towards jazz and highlife, drawn to their improvisational nature and ability to convey raw emotions. In the early 1960s, Fela formed his first band, Kuola Lobitos, playing a blend of highlife and jazz. The band gained a following in Nigeria, but Fela yearned for a sound that was uniquely his own. This desire led him to develop Afrobeat, a genre that would become synonymous with his name and his message. In 1969, Fela Kuti took a pivotal trip to the United States. This journey would mark a significant turning point in his life and career. This experience would profoundly shape his music and his political consciousness, opening his eyes to new possibilities and ideas. In Los Angeles, he met Sandra Smith, a Black Panther activist who introduced him to the Black Power movement and its ideologies. This was a revelation for Fela. This encounter ignited a fire in Fela's soul, inspiring him to use his music as a tool for social change and to challenge oppression. He began to see his art as a weapon. Upon his return to Nigeria, Fela renamed his band Africa 70, reflecting his newfound Pan-Africanist beliefs and a deeper connection to his roots. Africa 70 was not just a band, it was a collective of talented musicians who shared Fela's vision for a better society. They were united by a common purpose. The band's music was characterized by its long polyrhythmic jams, powerful horn sections, and Fela's distinctive vocals, a potent mix of Yoruba and Pidgin English. It was a sound like no other. Their lyrics were bold and uncompromising, directly addressing political corruption, social injustice, and the struggles of everyday Nigerians. They spoke truth to power. Africa 70's music became a rallying cry for the oppressed and a thorn in the side of the powerful. It was a force that could not be ignored. In the late 1970s, after a series of confrontations with the Nigerian government, Fela Kuti changed his band's name once again, this time to Egypt 80. This name change reflected Fela's growing interest in ancient Egyptian civilization and its connection to African history and identity. Egypt 80 continued the legacy of Africa 70, further developing the Afrobeat sound and expanding its political reach. The band grew in size, incorporating more musicians and dancers, creating a truly immersive musical experience. Fela's stage presence became legendary, his performances a mix of music, dance, and political commentary. He used his platform to criticize the Nigerian government, multinational corporations, and Western imperialism, often facing arrest and harassment for his outspoken views. However, Fela remained undeterred, his music becoming a symbol of resistance and a beacon of hope for the marginalized. Section 5. Music as a weapon, Afrobeat and political resistance. Fela Kuti's music was inherently political. He believed that music had the power to inspire, to educate, and to mobilize people for social change. His lyrics were often direct and confrontational, tackling issues such as poverty, corruption, police brutality, and government oppression. Songs like Zombie, which criticized the Nigerian military regime, and ITT, International Thief, which exposed the exploitative practices of multinational corporations, became anthems for the disenfranchised. Fela's music resonated with those who felt marginalized and oppressed. His lyrics gave voice to their struggles and fueled their desire for change. His concerts became spaces for political gatherings, attracting thousands of fans who saw him as a symbol of resistance and a champion of the people. Fela's music was a form of protest, a way to speak truth to power and to demand accountability. Section 6. Afrobeat's global journey, from Lagos to the world. While Afrobeat was deeply rooted in Nigerian culture and politics, its message of resistance and its infectious rhythms transcended borders. In the 1970s and 80s, Afrobeat began to gain international recognition. Musicians from other parts of Africa, as well as Europe and the Americas, were drawn to its unique sound and its powerful message. Fela Kuti and his band toured extensively, spreading the gospel of Afrobeat to audiences worldwide. Their music was embraced by those who identified with its anti-establishment stance and its call for social justice. Afrobeat became a soundtrack for liberation movements, student protests, and anti-apartheid rallies. The genre's influence could be felt in the music of artists like James Brown, Stevie Wonder, and Brian Eno, who incorporated elements of Afrobeat into their own work. Afrobeat was no longer just a Nigerian phenomenon, it had become a global movement. Section 7. A cultural resurgence, Afrobeat and African identity. Afrobeat played a crucial role in shaping cultural identity, both within Africa and in the diaspora. Fela Kuti's embrace of Pan-Africanism and his celebration of African traditions instilled a sense of pride in many young Africans. His music challenged the negative stereotypes often associated with Africa, presenting a different narrative, one of resilience, creativity, and resistance. Afrobeat became a symbol of African cultural resurgence, a celebration of the continent's rich heritage and its potential for greatness. It provided a platform for African artists to tell their own stories, to express their own experiences, and to challenge the dominant narratives imposed by colonialism and Western imperialism. Afrobeat helped to reclaim African identity and to assert its rightful place on the global stage. Section 8. Echoes of Afrobeat inspiring new genres and sounds. The influence of Afrobeat continues to reverberate today, inspiring new generations of musicians and shaping the landscape of contemporary music. This genre, with its rich rhythms and powerful messages, has transcended borders and cultures. In the late 20th and early 21st centuries, a new wave of artists emerged, drawing inspiration from Afrobeat's legacy. These artists have not only embraced the genre, but have also infused it with their own unique styles and innovations. Artists like Femi Kuti and Seun Kuti, Fela's sons, carried the torch, keeping the spirit of Afrobeat alive while adding their own unique voices and perspectives. Their performances are a testament to the genre's enduring appeal and its ability to evolve. The rise of Afrobeats, a genre that blends elements of Afrobeat with contemporary pop, hip-hop, and electronic music, further attests to the enduring legacy of Fela Kuti's vision. This fusion has created a vibrant and dynamic sound that resonates with audiences worldwide. Afrobeats artists like Wizkid, Burna Boy, and Davido have achieved global stardom, introducing Afrobeat's infectious rhythms and messages of hope and resilience to a new generation. Their success highlights the genre's universal appeal and its ability to connect with people from all walks of life. The genre's influence can also be heard in the music of jazz, funk, and hip-hop artists around the world, demonstrating the enduring power of Afrobeat's musical innovations. Its rhythms and melodies continue to inspire and shape the soundscape of modern music. Section 9. Afrobeat's legacy, a global phenomenon. From its humble beginnings in the streets of Lagos, Afrobeat has evolved into a global phenomenon, a testament to the enduring power of music to transcend borders and connect people across cultures. The genre's legacy is multifaceted. It is a musical revolution, a political movement, and a cultural renaissance. Afrobeat continues to inspire artists, activists, and music lovers around the world, reminding us of the power of music to challenge injustice, to celebrate diversity, and to unite us in the pursuit of a more just and equitable world. As long as there is oppression, as long as there is inequality, the spirit of Afrobeat will continue to resonate, urging us to dance, to resist, and to fight for a better future.